Hey everybody, Marcus here. Today's video is brought to you by a donation from Balls Deep MGTOW. Here's what he had to say. Hey Marcus, my neighbor's butler's driver is a really nice man and my friend. But since he started dating his current girlfriend, I have witnessed her gradually turn behemothly fat. One time, when I was over at their place to watch a movie, she at one point got this crazy look in her eye, like a deer in headlights. A crazy deer. And then she quickly stood up and Godzilla'd her way to the refrigerator, crushing and toppling empty boxes from their recent move into their new apartment. Marcus! It looked like she was destroying Tokyo as she moved from the couch to the kitchen. When she finally got there, she opened the fridge and a look of terror overcame her. She asked if anyone had seen the last can of Coke. When I lifted the empty Coke can to indicate to her that I had taken it, she let out this horrific shriek. Marcus! This other time I went to pick them up as we were going to a club that evening. She was still getting ready when I arrived, so I went into their apartment to wait. She had put on this fire engine red muumuu and was looking at herself in the mirror. The mirror was quite slender, so she had to move from side to see herself entirely. She turned to my friend and asked him if the dress made her look fat. Can you believe it? She called the muumuu a dress. My friend, in a calm but clearly agitated voice, responded, No, the dress doesn't make you look fat. It seemed like he had been asked this question a lot. But then my friend added, It's not the dress that makes you look fat. It's the fat that makes you look fat. Marcus! She got into a great huff and said to him, How dare you say that to my face? To this he responded, Well, I'd say it behind your back, but my car only has half a tank of gas. My question to you is this. Do you think that women just let themselves go when they have been in a relationship for a while, or do you think that they get fat intentionally? Well, Balls Deep, thank you for your questions and comments. I think you have hit the nail on the head. After women have been in a relationship for a while, they do tend to put on the pounds. But have you noticed that it is not only their bodies that get fat? The words they use to describe themselves also get fat. A woman starts off hot, which is a one-syllable, three-letter word. Then she eats her way to becoming curvy, which is a two-syllable, five-letter word. In the final stages, she calls herself voluptuous, which is a four-syllable and 10-letter word. You see, women, as they get fat, will find themselves needing to chew more as the volume of food they put into their mouths increases. This habituation of chewing then transfers over into their language skills. The pronunciation of the word voluptuous has the same chewing motion of the mouth that a cow exhibits. Try it yourself and silently mouth that word at a rapid pace and see what I mean. And as they turn into cows physically, their mannerisms become cow-like too, hence the chewing and clothing choices called muumuus. This is also why fat women appear to sound more intelligent. They use polysyllabic words which gives the impression of sophistication, when in fact she is merely imitating a cow's chewing. This also works in reverse. Hot girls, especially those of the valley kind, will break down polysyllabic words into single-syllable versions with clear audible pauses in between. Take the example of, like, whatever. You see, the hot woman is not used to chewing as much and so starts to feel fat if she uses words that have too many syllables. Balls Deep, I think you also need to understand how the psychology of a woman works in explaining why she is getting fat. You see, women are aware that a common fantasy for men is to have a threesome. And when she doubles her size, what she is actually doing is trying to fulfill your fantasy of that threesome, as now there is the equivalent mass of two women in your bed. In fact, when she goes from once, twice, to three times a woman, she is actually offering you group sex. So you see, her psychology then tells her that you should be grateful for this. What did you think she means when she says, there's more of me to love? She is not saying there's one bigger version of her for you to love, but that there are now multiple smaller versions of her for you to love, which would make it a threesome, or group sex. And you should be grateful that you have a woman with an open mind willing to engage in your fantasies to be with multiple women at the same time. What this really translates to, though, is cock blocking. You see, if your friend feels sexually unattracted to her, he cannot just go and have sex with another woman because he will look like the bad guy. But if he does not want to have sex with her, then he is passing up on a threesome, which makes him either a prude or impotent. so he is the bad guy again. And no matter what your friend does, she will always look like the victim. She has cock-blocked him not only for one woman, but for all of sex. This is another manipulation tactic that women use to control men through sex. But this weight gain also serves as a shit test. You see, by eating all the food in her immediate surroundings, she wants to artificially create a famine to see if the man would be willing to forego food for himself in order to feed her. This is an instinct women have that has developed in history when famine was a common threat. How it works is that she will eat to the point where the money going to food hits the limits of how much the man can financially provide. When that point is reached, he will need to choose to either feed himself or give his food to the woman. If he does not voluntarily starve himself, she will know that she cannot rely on him in a real famine. This causes her to lose respect for the man. To punish him, she will get even fatter by switching to lower cost, higher calorie foods. She might even take to drinking cooking oil straight from the bottle. She will do this to further cock block him, like I mentioned before. She will become so huge that even alcohol won't make her look attractive. Incidentally, this is how alcoholism starts in men. You see, balls deep, when the woman starts to get fat, the man will try to counteract her cock block by drinking himself to the level at which she becomes attractive. But the volume of alcohol required grows in proportion to her weight. A point can be reached, however, where the alcohol required to make her attractive is above the lethal dose for a man. When he reaches that point, he is completely cock-blocked. Balls deep, your friend's relationship is held together by gravity, and not by love. As we all know, it takes a lot of power to be able to break free from the gravitational pull of a large ass, the gravitational pull of a large mass. It took human beings into the 1960s when they invented rocket fuel before we could send things into space. Your friend needs rocket fuel in the form of the red pill to do this. I recommend you point him to this channel and let the red pill cleanse his system. The withdrawal will be hard on your friend at first. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, who is willing to suck dick for heroin in Basketball Diaries, your friend, at first, will be willing to suck dick to get pussy. Balls deep. You'll need to stop him from sucking that dick. Pussy is not worth sucking dick for. Nikola Tesla did not suck any dick for pussy. So hopefully, balls deep, I have given you plenty of stuff to think about, and thank you for your donation. As for the rest of you, follow me on Facebook or Twitter if you want to get tomorrow's video today. If you want to get the day after tomorrow's video today, follow me on MySpace, GeoCities, ICQ, LinkedIn, or the Korean social network Cyworld. The video 2 days before the day after tomorrow, you just watched. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills. So enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.